G'day everyone and welcome to the Southern Nevada Sports Network, very first show. My name's Jake Eckwood. Sitting right next to me here is Jeffrey Belknap. Now, a lot of viewers are probably thinking, are they on the Australian network? But they're definitely not on the Australian network. You're on the right station, so stay tuned. There was some talk of getting me some subtitles across the bottom of the screen.
Probably need them.
I'll
see if I can translate for you guys.
Jeff's going to be my translator. So welcome aboard, guys. And first off the bat, thanks to Tico and Hannah for doing a great job last week.
Absolutely.
And handing the baton across to us. So Jeff, welcome. I'll just do a bit of an introduction here. So Jeffrey Belknap is actually the owner of the Vegas Lions Football Club, which is also the team that I play for currently. So he's roped me into this. I wanted to do it. So,
it really didn't take too much to twist a half arm and he was in there.
Exactly. So basically, this program's going to cover a lot of sports, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And with obviously leaning towards the locals and a lot of high school stuff, or varsity ball, as you guys call it over here.
Prep ball,
Prep ball. So we will be covering a vast range of sports today, and obviously a couple of big guests coming in as well.
Absolutely.
So looking forward to the show. So let's, obviously this time of year is when the baseball really ramps up. So we're going to start there.
Yep.
And we're going to start with last night, the best bat flip I've ever seen.
Beastly bat flip.
Bat flip from Batista. So.
I was actually surprised it didn't start a fight. Oh, wait, that's right, it did. He got out there, and when he flipped that bat, I was like, wow, that was some authority right there. But, I mean, he threw the ball. I mean, he threw the bat because of the way he hit the ball. I mean, he just absolutely crushed it. And there was no doubt. I mean, every single player, including the pitcher, you just saw him dip his head afterwards, man. And it's just awesome. This time of year with baseball is great. It's actually most of the time when Americans start watching baseball.
Yeah.
The long season, 162 games is a long season, but this is when it gets interesting. We were on our radio show yesterday, the Vegas Lions radio show, and we had our predictions last night, and I picked the two winners, man. I picked the Blue Jays and picked KC.
So that would have sounded better if I had said congratulations for picking the winners there, but he did get them both right last night.
I love picking the winners, man.
So that's good. We are in Vegas, so we've got some poker chips sitting right in front of us.
That's
here.
Right.
So,
I'm about to clean out the house over here.
I'm all in.
But it was a lot of fun watching baseball last night, and unfortunately the downside of when you see benches clear like that, the
Does that happen often?
No, it really doesn't, and just it kind of disappoints me because there's a lot of people watching at that point, and it's kind of tough to see players out there I realize it's the heat of the moment, but that's where I believe you should keep your cool the most.
Yeah.
And they just kind of lost it last night.
So Jeff was actually a very good baseballer, so I'll have to ask the question. Surely you were involved in a game when the benches are cleared.
I have been in a bench clearing role.
You probably started it.
I went out with the bat. I mean, I'm not dumb,
Yeah, exactly. That's a smart way to play it. So
that's right.
So actually, 5 minutes ago, the first pitch in the Dodgers-Mets Game 5 in New York. No,
in LA.
Dodger Stadium, sorry.
LA.
Dodger Stadium. There you go. The Aussie got it wrong. So.
I'm sure that the Dodgers stadium is rocking right now.
Yeah. So he's on fire at the moment this week with his predictions. So who do you like in the game that's just started?
I just it's kind of, I'm in a mixed feelings right now because I really like to see the Dodgers win. But, of course, the Vegas 51s is the farm team of the Mets.
Yep.
So a lot of the players that you see on the Mets have actually come through that program. Starting pitchers, shortstop, and so on.
Yep.
So to see, players that we've actually saw play locally, on the 51s, and then now actually playing in a big scene, is great for us.
Yeah.
Losing those players actually this year actually cost them playoff hopes. They had a big lead in their division, and then, over the course of players getting moved up and whatnot, it kind of sent them backwards, which was disappointing.
And we are working on getting a 51s player for next week too.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned for that, guys. Moving on to the NFL, which is another obviously Thursday night football starts in about 5 minutes as well. So plenty happening over in the States at the moment, as always. So the Saints are hosting, the Cellar Dweller Saints are hosting the high-flying Falcons tonight. So everyone's predicting, your wife's team. So he's got to pick the Falcons. But
no, I don't. She doesn't always go for my Lions. Come on.
Okay. So who do you like in that one tonight?
I think there's going to be a lot of points. I don't think that either defense is exceptionally great. The Falcons' running game has just absolutely been just phenomenal. Matt Ryan's solid all the time. If I had to pick a winner in that game, I probably would take Atlanta, knowing that the Saints pretty much have to win to keep pace. That's going to make it a little more difficult. That's why I would take the over. Yeah,
and they've had a couple of pretty close losses, the Saints too. So hopefully tonight's another cracker. Now, just a bit of house cleaning across the league as well. A couple of refs have been in a little bit of trouble in the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Your side last Monday night were cost pretty dearly. And I didn't actually know that rule, which probably doesn't surprise a lot of people that I didn't know that rule. But I didn't actually know that. So the Seahawks last Monday night against your Lions at home. Got away with the victory, but it was only after the game that everyone realised how bad of a mistake the ref actually made. So,
well, I saw that play, and it didn't dawn on me. I've actually seen teams knock the ball out of the end zone before, and never really thought too much about it. But you know that's not the worst play that's happened in that end zone, right?
No, I know exactly what you mean.
A few years back, the Green Bay had a particular play where the guy actually intercepted the ball, and the Seahawk player actually caught the guy and brought him down, and they called a touchdown for Seattle. They actually gave him the game,
How does that happen with
it was absolutely
4 million cameras on the game?
It's absolutely tragic.
That's crazy.
But that was the beginning of Seattle's run, and now we know what happens in Seattle.
Any other NFL news grab your eyes' attention this week?
Another kicker got booted.
It's my chance, actually. I might write that down.
That's right. I've been trying to get this guy to kick field goals. He won't do it. So
yeah, well, it's what happens when you grow up playing Australian rules football. It's a much different kick. But John Smith, we'll be watching from Pro Kick Australia, and he's been working on my field goals. So so I mean, I can do them, but they're certainly not up to NFL standards. So and brings us on to the last topic of our first segment here.
Yes,
now, a lot of people around the world have obviously been watching the Rugby World Cup, but I'm struggling to find anyone that actually wants to come and watch it with me. So,
I'm coming.
You've been saying this for a while now, though. I don't know. Like, how interested are you actually in coming?
You may tell you all interested.
Yeah, how interested?
At this, baby.
Have a look at this.
You see this?
Have a look at these pipes. Have a look at these pipes.
This is a size medium.
Yeah.
This is a Jake's shirt, of course.
I've got to show it off, So.
But I'm actually going to come out on
Sunday
morning and watch Australia.
Yeah, which is at 8 a.m.
The Aussies.
Vegas time. And I'm sure everyone back home will be watching. So quarter-final time now, so it's really starting to heat up in the World Cup.
Yeah.
All you're looking at is the betting lines, but I'm actually looking at the matches themselves. So
I'm like, hey, Jake, is this a good line over here? And actually, it's bumped up a couple points. I mean, I think it opened at 13.5 or 14. Yeah. It's up to about 16.5 right now.
I think for a World Cup quarter-final, that's way too high.
That's
but
high, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty rare, especially the Northern Hemisphere teams. Scotland's obviously one of them. They tend to really lock the game down, so it's really rare that you see more than 30 points between the two sides, especially in a World Cup, in a quarter-final of a World Cup. So.
Well, I mean, Vegas has actually been holding the sevens, which has actually been very popular. The first time I went out there, I didn't really know what to expect. The place was packed. I mean, it was like the tickets prices were absolutely ridiculous, and it was a great atmosphere. I mean, just talking about some explosive football, the speed and everything of the game is unlike really American football because there's not as much break, in between. I mean, it's like a nonstop action.
Yeah. And it's actually crazy as well how good the USA Sevens team are going to be. Like, they've already improved a lot. They just put these 2 Olympic runners on either wing and they just fling it out wide and they fly down the wing.
Yeah, so was it Carlton Isles?
Yeah, he's the guy. How he's not in the Olympics?
If you don't know Carlton Isles, just Google him. That guy. That guy is an absolute beast.
So, coming up next, we've actually got a superstar soccer player.
Absolutely,
coming up from Ed W. Clark High School. Her name is Darren Gambetta. So, looking forward to speaking with her. So that's coming up in our next segment.
Yes.
And following on from that, we've got a Vegas line.
Vegas line. Zelly Daniels will be in. He's a burner. He's got some wheels on himself.
He sure does, yeah. He's been returning my punts at training, and he flies them back, so, yeah.
Runs them back to you in no time.
Yeah, exactly. So stay tuned, guys. Looking forward to the rest of the show. I hope you guys are too. Stay with us.
Thank you.